Hello and welcome to Section 1 of your Academic Literacy module. In this section, you will be required to consider how to develop your reading, writing, and comprehension skills so that they better align with academic requirements. In order to understand the demands of the tertiary education environment with regards to ability, it is necessary to first distinguish academic literacy from basic literacy development. Basic literacy is the ability to read and write with a view of gaining understanding. It is geared towards equipping someone with fundamental skills required to navigate a variety of everyday tasks. What academic literacy requires is a gear shift, directing basic reading and writing skills towards a specific purpose, defining industry problems, outlining the process required to find a solution, clearly communicating findings and recommendations, and reaching well-informed conclusions. As such, academic tasks, whether written or verbal, feed into professional development because they lay the groundwork for the types of tasks you will be expected to perform in the workplace. These tasks require that these three skills become more advanced in their objective. Academic literacy, therefore, requires the student, in collaboration with facilitators, to proactively engage in knowledge building with the view that this knowledge will inform possible and plausible solutions to identified problems. In addition to understanding the problem and proposed solutions, students need to be able to accurately communicate these in written and verbal formats, consulting a variety of reliable academic sources to prove their point and giving credit to the contributions of these sources. As such, as a tertiary student, you need to consistently work at developing your basic reading skill towards directed and active reading, your basic comprehension skill towards thinking directed at problem solving, and your basic writing skill towards purposeful, accurate, and reliable and credited writing. In other words, it all starts with you. Most people, when considering where the sources of academic knowledge come from, picture vast libraries of dusty books with little to no connection to 21st century needs and capabilities. This is not true, but is a stereotype of academia that has endured. With the rise of information and communication technology, or ICT, and the influence of social media, learning strategies have had to change. Information technology has enabled a greater and freer exchange of information that is new and relevant to now. However, a word of caution. Not all information that is accessed through ICT media, in other words, on the internet, is considered reliable within an academic context. For example, although much of the content of Wikipedia articles may be considered relevant to various fields of interest, the reliability of these articles is called into question because the authors aren't identified by name, but rather listed as Wikipedia contributors. This sets up the understanding that these contributors can range so vastly in age and experience that their levels of expertise cannot be guaranteed. We will further explore this. Academic literacy has needed to acknowledge and incorporate the digital revolution and to direct the purpose of learning in response to this. Information literacy has therefore been a more common present-day catchphrase in response to the acknowledgement and incorporation. Where books tended towards facilitating the ability to memorize knowledge and reflect rote learning, the amount of information that is easily accessible requires new academic skill sets and approaches to navigate. These new requirements encourage students to not only engage in basic rote learning, but also to contribute to meaningful knowledge construction, navigation, and innovation. From the above, it should be clear that academic reading, thinking, and writing skills are more complex than merely defining or describing what something is. Academic skills require you to dig deeper, dissect the problem, understand previous proposed solutions to this problem, and why they did or did not work. A key driving question that is required in academic study is why? What, who, where, and when will get you the basic information, but asking why will enable you to seek more profound and relevant answers.